want to move from there to a question from Mr. Spriggs. We've done a lot of funding so far. We've done a lot of support for small businesses. The PPP program, while it had some slow rollouts and some hiccups that we're all aware of, has really been a lifeline for a lot of small businesses, certainly in my district and across the country. But I think we've lost sight of the fact that it was designed first and foremost to protect labor. There were no credit checks. It was run through the SBA. The size of your loan was a function of your employment, and your ability to convert that into a grant was a function of making sure that you used it for labor. Again, not perfect, but it has kept a bunch of people out of unemployment rolls, off of our welfare, not needing COBRA, out of needing food assistance. Because we could not get support across the aisle to support state and local aid, the PPP program has only protected people who work for the private sector or certain classes of nonprofits. And following your introductory comments, right, Mr. Spriggs, we've got about 1.3 million public sector job losses since February. Correct me if I'm wrong on the math. If we do not get state and local aid, Mr. Spriggs, do you think that 1.3 million will increase, decrease, or stabilize?
If you don't provide the aid, thank you for the question, Congressman. If you don't provide the direct aid, and you heard this directly from Mayor Anthony, you're going to continue to lose jobs. At the time, we need those workers in place, both to implement the plans, as the mayor pointed out, that cities and local communities are trying to put in place, but also to make sure that we have a full court press in getting people vaccinated. Because we can't do this from the air. We can't just do this using the internet and assume that people can log on and make appointments. This is going to take direct action from the local level and local governments.
Thank you, Mr. Anthony. Anything you'd like to add to that? I mean, personally, like we all do. I've got a neighbor who's a school teacher. I've got friends who are cops. They didn't get any of this protection. Anything you'd like to add or put color on what Mr. Spriggs said, Mr. Anthony?
Yeah, I'd just add that Dr. Spriggs has said it very clearly. If we really want our economy to get back started, it's got to start at the local level and get it done quickly. We're able to, our leaders are able to deal with food distributions, PPE, and the vaccine distribution and education. I know that our mayors and council members from all rural as well as urban communities are ready to partner with the federal government to get us back on the right track. So thank you, Congressman.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Strain, I've been reading a little bit of your bio, and I'm a Dartmouth guy, so I won't hold your Cornell degree against you. But if I'm following right, you went to work at the Fed in 2005 and Census Bureau in 2008, and you've been at AEI since 2012. Do I have that timeline about right?
Yeah, that's about right, Congressman.
I'm not going to ask you for particulars, but have you had any raises during that period?
Have I had any raises?
Yeah, has your salary gone up since 2008 timeframe?
Yes, my salary has gone up.
Mine has as well. As you've earned more money, did you find that you increased your spending? Do you go out to dinner more often? Do you buy a nicer car, buy a nicer house?
I did not buy a nicer car, but I have increased my spending.
Well, I mention that because the federal minimum wage has not gone up during that period. It's been locked since 2009. And as you run your economic forecasts that presume that somehow if you raise wages to the wealthiest, they will increase their spending and live a nicer life. But if you raise it for the poorest, they're not going to be willing to pay more for a sandwich. Small businesses are squeezed. To suggest you check some of your math. Thank you. I yield back.